Hey guys, it's me, Blue. Things are good. I do have kind of a confession I have to make. My name is Blue, and I'm addicted to readathons. I know, I can't believe it. Okay, so in the month of October, I'm not doing one, I'm not doing two, not three, five. Five different readathons going on this month. Most of them overlap. There's one at the end of the month that I'm just like, as if my Octobers are not crazy enough, right? But the bonus part right now is that when my kids are not in the house, I can just sit and read or listen to an audiobook. That's really good. But it's just, right now, it's just kind of overwhelming me to think I have five different readathons. I have Spooktober. I have the Spookathon. I have the Booathon. I have a book battle with emphasis on classic movie monsters. I have, my last one is just the Charms extra credit, which I'm looking forward to just because it's like one, maybe two books at most. But it's just, it's so insane to think that I've got all these different readathons going on. On the bright side, none of them have to do with reading as well. Like the Booathon, I get to watch a movie. And the book battle, I get to watch a movie as well. But my master list is like 3 pages long for the books that I want. And I just requested like probably 12 more books from the library, not including the old to be read list for this month. Like it's just, it's so insane. Alright, so let's get started. The first book, I'm super excited. Like, I have been running with Zombies Run for a good, like, 2 years now. No, it's been longer than that. When was it? 2013 I started running. And, it's just something that I do for fun. So, and Zombies Run is a fantastic program by Six to Start, not sponsored, in which you run from zombies. It's that simple. And it's so fun, and there's a really well written storyline, and I'm doing the Halloween race this year, the virtual run, so I'm super excited by that. I already have my shirt. And this one has to do with dinosaurs, which makes me even more excited. So yeah, so the idea of Undead Girl Gang, which is the book, the group read for the Spooktober? I'm trying to remember them all in my head. I think this is the one for Spooktober, but if it's not, I'll double check. But yeah, so this is Undead Girl Gang. Apparently it rings kind of vibes like Buffy, that kind of idea, which I loved growing up. So yeah, so really looking forward to that. That covers a multitude, including it's a monster book, it has purple, and it's the group read. So I'm super excited to be reading that. So there's Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. This one, okay, I wanted to introduce this one on Friday because on Thursday it freaked me out. So what it is this is Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore, and the idea is that he, the main character gets fired from like a digital position and winds up working at this bookstore, and there's like all sorts of different, now I'm trying to remember things and my eyes are closing, I'm sorry. There's all sorts of different like secret societies and secret codes and everything else, and so I'm super excited by this. And this was recommended by Common Spence for Ravenclaws, and I thought, it's right up my alley, so I'm gonna check this out. So I checked it out, and the first thing that happened is I put it in my book bag at the end of my bed, and when I turned out the light, turns out this one glows in the dark. So that scared the pajamas out of me. I was like, what is that? So I had this one, and I had this one. I had my two, so I wasn't sure which one of them was glowing in the dark, so it took me quite a while. I was like, what is that glowing? So yeah, so that one freaked me out. But I'm looking forward to it, just because I really enjoyed the escape from Mr. Lemoncello's library. I have a big, like, oh my gosh, my hair just freaked out, I'm sorry. I have a big place in my heart for bookstores, or libraries, or anything that has to do with librarians or bookstores, that kind of thing. So And that's why like I really like some cozy mysteries that have to do with bookstores or writers, and of course this one which has to do with the 24-hour bookstore. So I'm super excited about that one. So I'm hoping it kind of rings a little bit like Mr. Lemonshaw's library. That one I have, this is a new author to me, and it's also the book that was recommended to me, which I need for, oh my goodness, I really should have my book journal open so I can point, this one is for this readathon, and this one is for this readathon, and this one is for this readathon. I have so many readathons, but I do need a recommended book. I think this one was for the bookathon. Yeah, pretty sure. So that's for the bookathon. And then I have, of course, my Jimmy Fallon read. Now I needed one, it's got a white cover or a light cover for my Charms Extra Credit, which takes place from the 8th to the 14th. And then of course I needed the blood on the cover, and it's got this beautiful blood. So I'm super excited to have that one, and that one is for my book battle. Oh my goodness. So there's that one. And this one, like, I've really been looking forward to this one. Like I said, all summer I requested it. My hair's doing a crazy thing again. My hair but I've been waiting for this since June, so I'm super excited to finally get into it, but I have to wait until the 8th. So there's that one. Like I said, a lot of my, I've got one going on from the 8th, I've got one going on the 15th to the 21st, and then I've got, my book battle goes from the 1st to the 26th, and then of course I've got my one from the 24th to the 31st, I think are the last ones. But that's like, that's what I mean by like it overlaps a lot. So it's kind of interesting, it's kind of cool, it's kind of weird, but I'm still having fun with it. This one I got weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and I cannot wait to read it. I don't know what category it's going to go under, except for a new to you author or the first in a series. I'm super excited by this because I don't know, somebody recommended it to me weeks ago, and the movie's coming out, or the series, movie is coming out, and I kind of want to, I don't want to get into the movie, but I kind of want to read the book. So there's that one. And then of course I have this is My Path of Smoke. This is the one that I'm currently reading, and as wonderful and brilliant as Bailey Cunningham is, I'm really having trouble getting into his books because the language, like in the first one, first of all, like, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of tiny writing for a little book, and it's supposed to be like, it takes place on two different worlds. Like, it takes place in our world, and then it takes place in this like kind of live action role play, this LARP idea, only it's real, and they cross over in this park in Regina, Saskatchewan. So it's kind of interesting. It caught my eye because I was like, oh wait, they're in Regina, what? And so it just kind of went from there, and I really liked the first one, and I really had high hopes for the second one, and I just haven't been able to get into it. So there's that. But I'm determined because I need to read a sequel, and I do need one that takes place on another world, and this kind of takes place in two worlds. So it's kind of exciting, it's kind of cool. So there's that. So I'm excited by that. Oh, I have one for another one. What was it? I don't remember. This is one I'm reading with my daughter, and I'm super, oh, you don't need my bookmark. I'm super excited by this because she's getting into it, and she really wants to see the movies. Some of her friends at school have been like, oh, Harry Potter is amazing. And so I really want to get into it. This is the American one. We actually, my sister, my parents and I were driving down to Florida. We went to Walt Disney World, and we stopped in at a bookstore. I picked up a book. For the life of me, I cannot remember what book I got. My mom got a book of nonfiction, and my sister got this one, and I stole it, and it's mine now, and she cannot have it, and I don't even care. But this is the American version. I've owned the Canadian one for all of like a day, and then I gave it away because what good is a book if you can't give it away? So I wound up, we do these jar sales, and it raises money for different locations overseas, and it's brilliant, and I love doing it. And so this year I did a Harry Potter themed one. So I included the first Harry Potter or the Philosopher's Stone. I made a wand. I put in some every flavor beans, and then not home yet. And then I included like a bookmark with all 4 Hogwarts houses on it, and like a bunch of like little candies and things because it was at Easter. And so that was just super fun, and I've decided I'm going to do themes every year. Like I've already made like a little crochet kind of shark, and I'm going to fill this entire container with like blue sharks, and then I'm going to include either a book on sharks or like something from Jaws. Maybe I'll see if I can find an old Jaws DVD or something. So I want to include that. So that's going to be like the Jaws one, or I'm going to do it with Baby Shark. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's what I'm reading with my little girl. She read the first sentence to me. She's 6, and it threw me for a loop because I was like, she's 6. Like, I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I was around the same age because I remember being incredibly bored when I was in kindergarten, and my teacher having to go and get longer and longer books. And even now, she's like, I want to pass on my sight words so that I can start getting chapter books. Which, you know, she's Slytherin. She shouldn't really want to get chapter books. She should, I don't know. That's stereotyping. I'm sorry. That's not fair. There are some incredible readers who are Slytherins, including Common Spence and a bunch of his friends, so I really can't badmouth the Snakes at all. I think they're awesome. So that being said, I think she could be a Ravenclaw. I don't know. That might make me happy to have another Ravenclaw in the house, but we'll have to see. She's not quite old enough to sort yet. So that's all that's going on for me this week. I have got to get reading because that's Slytherin, because I've got oh, I beg your pardon, I cracked my knuckle, because as you can see, I have a lot of books to read, and I still have audiobooks to go with. I started listening to Cirque du Freak, which I kind of hoped would be a little bit like Caraval, and it's not. It's, I don't know, it's just not. I don't know if I'm going to keep listening to it. I'm going to finish the first one because I need it for a monster book, but I don't know how much I'm going to keep pursuing it because it's really not up my alley. But, so yeah, so that's what's going on with me, and so yeah, so that's what's going on with me. I'm hoping to make a dent in some of my readathons, and I will see you guys next week. Support your local library. Knowledge is power. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.